Crank the decibels, crank the decibels, crank the decibels. I read comics, comics. Yeah, from Marvel to DC, I love a trade paperback and everything in between. Comics, it's got me spending all my cash. My favorite is Jeff Johns, he made me like the Flash. Comics, Scott Summers in the X-Gene. If I was on his team, I'd have to get it, the White Queen. Comics, it's got me spending all my cash. And if you don't like that kid, I'll put my foot in your eye. Comics, yeah, from Marvel to DC, I love a trade paperback and everything.
This generation.
This is a premiere episode of ComicNovice presented by Grim Reality Entertainment. Thank you, Mr. JP the Hustler. I am Daniel Vane, and to make sure that I stay somewhat on track, Mr. Blackie Channing, the off-screen. Let's get on behind that. What I'm going to do first, real quick, I'm going to play this little clip video. The clips are from the previous shows we've done of ComicNovice. Just little bits and pieces, just so you might get an idea of what. Well, you know what? You might go, I don't want to watch this anymore. You know what? Screw that. You're going to watch it, okay? Making this little video for a response to Mr. JP the Hustler of Grim Reality Entertainment. Talking about comics. I've been wanting to talk about comics for a minute. I'm so glad he posted this little video. So I want to let you know my knowledge of comics in general. I grew up not having a lot of access to comic books, at least not a good variety. It was only the mainstream ones. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, things like that. Any comics that I bought growing up, I can remember were Batmans, okay? I only, as a kid, bought Batmans. Like I said, I was limited to what I could get, so it was basically Batman, or Spider-Man, or Superman, or Wonder Woman, or Archie comics. You might notice on my wall, a lot of, action figures. Come on, comic book fans, I want to hear. Haters, shut up, okay? That's a badass movie. Let's not talk about Superman Returns, because you know what? I saw it once, and I never want to see it again. And that sucks, because Kevin Spacey was awesome as Lex Luthor. Hit it. Alright, that's enough of that. What am I doing? I should be playing the song, huh? What's wrong with me? What song? Come on! Everybody knows this song. This is Superman! Super freaking man! Either way, it doesn't matter. That argument I'm not really concerned about. You gotta consider this. The universe is like a giant clock. The universe spins around like a giant clock. Now remember, all these things are kind of connect. What do you think about that?
Oh, he's already done it.
He's already done it. Cool. See? ComicNovice. So I got Mr. Chan here. Oh, I'm sorry. That's enough of that. Alright.
Itchy yaya. ComicNovice.
As you can tell, Mr. Blackie Chan is over here on the off screen doing what he does, Blackie Chan stuff. I have been working on videos for the toys. They're kind of complicated, and they're going to come out later whenever we figure out how we're supposed to be doing them properly anyway. That's besides the point. I decided I don't want to get overly technical about the toys, when they came out, and how many were made, and things like that. No, that's not what they're about. So, with that in mind, I want to talk to you about whatever toys I decided to talk about. It's just based on personal information at the time that I got the stuff, why I got the stuff, if I know anything little, actual, public known facts about it, cool, I'll let you know. If I found out stuff later, I'll let you know. Little ironies, this and that, and the other things, odd connections and things like that. Alright? You would actually be saying, this is X-Men versus Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There you go.
Who didn't want to play ping as a kid? I got a stick, find me a pole. Ping, 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 ping.
FYI, that's why Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle. This whole video, this one right here, we just want to kind of give you a better idea.
A thorough.
Thorough.
I make it thorough.
And thorough. Anyway, of what Comic Novice is about. Why not talk about a lot of different stuff? Comic books. We're not here to tell you the details of the next movie that just came out or is coming out. We're not here to tell you the details of every single comic we read. We do read comics. Me and him chill and watch these other YouTube videos about where they actually read the comics to you, because sometimes that's just easier, okay? I like reading the comics myself personally, really I do, but sometimes it's just fun, just sitting there chilling, having somebody who's
Comic historian.
Huh?
Comic historian.
Comic historian. Here we go. Here's a good one.
Like Rob explains.
Rob explains.
The weekly pool.
Rob explains. Rob explains everything in a very deep voice. That's just weird, stupid. But anyway, you want a more idea of what's going on in specifics with comics, comic movies, things like that. That's not necessarily where we like talking about all that stuff, and we will talk about it. What we know, you know, we like comics in general, and this is about how comics are in the world. Okay. It's not just the books. It's not just the movies or television shows. It's how comics have been in history. It's how comics are doing in the future. They're now. What comics really are in the world. Okay? For the comic novice in you who don't get it. But there's comics out there. You know it. You don't know everything about them. You know all the people are excited. You know the comic nerds are excited about this little thing going on here. And you hear about this and you don't. I'm same way in a lot of things, okay? That's why I convinced Rebecca Chan in the off screen to make sure I ain't saying something totally stupid. You know what? Let's talk about what we're going to be doing, some of the other things we're going to be doing. We're going to be going through, of course, some more of my toys, specifically certain categories I have a lot of. One of the next ones that we're going to be doing is Storm, because...
Sounds awesome.
Thank you. For a lack of a better word, Storm is awesome.
I mean, who wouldn't want to have Storm powers?
I want Storm's powers all day.
Oh, yeah.
Rock me like a hurricane, right? What's wrong with you? That's one of the ones where, per a request from Mr. JP the Hustler, he asked us to do a Spider-Man Deadpool comparison. And that one will be coming up very soon. We're going to talk about the comics that aren't labeled Marvel or DC, okay?
There's stuff you should also be reading, but you don't even know it's there.
Yes. A lot of society really does relate in the weirdest of ways. That's another thing is comics and comic book shows from other countries. Magna, and that's not just a bicycle, okay? Magna, from Japan, one of the oldest Japanese comic book makers today. Still around. They made one of the best ones that we're going to get into, Cutie Honey.
Yes, that's another power I would love to have. Explain to them what she can do and why I'm all over it.
Cutie Honey has the power, plain and simple, to manipulate molecules in the air. If there is air substance, she can manipulate the molecules to make whatever she needs. It gives her extreme amounts of power. Shielding and attack, of course. And one of the best things about it, it's a Japanese cartoon in the 70s. Originally concepted in the 1970s. See, we're going into this. Fine, you know what? We're going into it. In the 1970s. And it has female nudity in it. Not full, like sexually explicit nudity. Just when Cutie Honey changes, she is naked for a few moments. And then her clothes come back on. Because she's got to rearrange the molecules in the air. That's her power. And part of it is her uniform, whatever she's wearing. And the Japanese aren't as big as prudes as some Americans are.
Yeah, one of the questions I had about her powers was, would she be able to like stop something if a airplane was in the air? since she can control the
I imagine she could figure her way out. If she can control the molecules around it, I'm sure she can figure her way out.
Yeah, that's why I like it. I mean, if she can just stop somebody in their tracks because the air around them is like saying nope. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're Hulk or Superman. If the air around you is...
If she stops letting you breathe air, she's a good guy, so I don't see that happening. But you know what? If she decided to, realistically, she could stop you from breathing. None of that air that you want to breathe is going to go into your lungs. That's how powerful she is. This chick has been around since the 1970s. She's still around. She still has a series. Her series took over, and now it's taking place where Sailor Moon is. You remember Sailor Moon? Maybe. Girls, of course you do. I know what Sailor Moon is, but that's besides the point. I never watched it or anything. Cutie Honey from the 1970s is still around. Oh, you know what? Alright, just to show you when I found out about them. Cutie Honey. Volume 1. I'm going to tell you right now, don't get excited. I only have 3 volumes. The first 3. And that's the back side. No. Volume 2. Volume 3. Yeah, there's a lot more volumes. The volumes I have were made specifically for America. Okay, they came out originally in the 1990s. The volumes I just showed you. There's a series from the 70s, a series from the 80s, a series from the 90s, and of course now a series in the 2000s. Yeah, that's a long-running anime that's still going, and nobody knows about her. Did you know? Did you know? Of course you didn't, because I'm just telling you.
You didn't? I was lying.
Okay, how many people know what cosplay is? C-O-S-P-L-A-Y. Cosplay. Costume playing, right? That's generally what everybody knows it as, okay? That's what it's known as. That's what it means nowadays. Here's the did you know. Did you know? Cutie Honey's city that she lives in is called cosplay. C-O-S-P-L-A-Y. Name of the city in which Cutie Honey comes from is cosplay. That's how old that term is. And it's Cutie Honey. Not chicks dressing up in costume. Anyway. There's Univo. Why I love comics. We said it, you know? We said it.
And one of the things that I would like to point out is this is just our perspective. It's our view, why we like certain things. I mean, we're not going to tell you a full arc, a full story. You know, we'll most likely tell you what we liked about certain books or certain movies or why we like certain characters from our perspective, how we would use their abilities and powers and stuff like that. So
some of the videos we plan on doing, it may not even seem like the subject matter is about comics. Because I have some ideas about, say, the Pink Panther. And you would be like, really? I didn't know that about the Pink Panther. Well, how the Pink Panther relates to comics. You'd be surprised. I was. It's just things like that. It's a lot of different things. The comic book world isn't a bunch of thin pages with cartoons on them.
And square boxes.
And square boxes and whatever. It's art. It's storytelling. It's history. It's the future. Because a lot of these comics, they integrate real life history. You know? Things like that. That's the reason why they're so popular. Disney said, oh, that's how popular comics are. We're going to invest a little more into that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because Warner Brothers did that a long time ago. More than 20 years ago, Warner Brothers invested into the comic book world by licensing all of DC. All the other studios, they nitpicked. They couldn't get no DCs, just Warner Brothers had an exclusive contract. So they nitpicked through Marvel. Well, the point is, they're still around and they're blowing things up, and you know what? Comic books are almost currency anymore sometimes. You know? Trade me in comics.
Yep.
It's getting hot in here. I'm just like this. I am Daniel Vane.
Blackie Chan.
In the off screen, of course. He's really just Blackie Chan. You know what? Shut up, Daniel. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. You just shut up. Daniel Vane, Blackie Chan of the off-screen. Grim Reality Entertainment presents. This is an In Vain Sight production. Outro song.
Comics, yeah, from Marvel to DC. I love a trade paperback and everything in between. Comics, it's got me spending all my cash. My favorite is Jeff Johns, he made me like the Flash. Comics, Scott Summers and the X-Gene